Thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Look, the president just signed 2 pieces of legislation into law for veterans. I want to jump into that. I also want to share with you some movement of some other bills that have been moving along as well. Share that with you from a press release that I came across here today as well. So let's jump into this. The president signed the 2 bills into law on yesterday, the 13th. So November 13th, Monday, these 2 came signed into law. I'm going to jump through some of these other ones here real quick, and we'll end on those. So a few different things have happened here on the House side. So when we're looking at the House, they recently passed the fiscal year 2024 Military Construction, Veterans Affairs, and Related Agencies Appropriation Bill, which fully funds veterans' health care programs, fully funds veterans' benefits and VA programs, including the Electronic Health Record Modernization Initiative, passed H.R. 1226, the Wounded Warrior Access Act, to modernize the Department of Veterans Affairs by making it easier for veterans to access their claims, file in an electronic format. I don't know why that was hard. Passed H.R. 815, the Relieve Act, to close a loophole that left certain veterans uninsured for emergency treatment. Passed H.R. 502 to eliminate an outdated rule regarding reimbursement to veterans and allow 25,000 service members and veterans to receive Montgomery GI Bill reimbursement, which they are entitled to. That was H.R. 502. Passed Senate Bill 777, the Veterans Compensation Cost of Living Adjustment Act of 2023, to ensure that veterans' benefits purchasing power does not erode due to the highest inflation in 40 years, which we all know that went into effect, and we realized the 3.2% that we'll see for the January VA payment. Passed H.R. 1669, that's 1669, the VETCOMM Authorization Act of 2023, as amended to continue popular high-tech education and employment program for veterans and transitioning service members, as well as ensure a burial allowance for veterans who die at home under care by VA-funded hospice services, and modernize the VA by authorizing the use of electronic records for education assistance eligibility notification to make it easier for veterans and service members to access their GI Bill benefits. Passed H.R. 366, the Korean American Valor Act, to ensure Korean American veterans who served in Vietnam are eligible for VA health care. By passing the Senate Bill 30, the fiscal year 23 Veterans Affairs Major Medical Facility Authorization Act, to authorize the Department of Veterans Affairs to construct or renovate 7 major medical facilities in fiscal year 2023. Passed Senate Bill 112. Remember, this is on the House side. Senate Bill 112 requiring the Department of Veterans Affairs to make reforms to support children of Vietnam veterans who are born with spina bifida. Passed H.R. 3981, the Isaacson-Rowe Education Oversight Expansion Act, to expand the Department of Veterans Affairs oversight of educational institutions that are recipients of GI Bill education benefits. And again, I'll jump, I'm almost done with this. I just want to bring you kind of up to speed with all the stuff that's passed the House. And then I wanted to jump over to the 2 pieces of legislation that the president just signed into law. So let's jump back into this here. Passed H.R. 1530, the Veterans Benefits Improvement Act of 2023, to make reforms to the process for veterans benefit claims. passed Senate Bill 2795 to provide for a 2-year extension of licensure requirements for contractor medical professionals to perform medical disability examinations for the Department of Veterans Affairs under a pilot program for use of contract physicians for disability examinations. It also provides a 2-year extension of period for applicable for certain relief for recipients of VA educational assistance who were affected by the closure or disapproval of an education institution. So basically, it was the reinstatement of educational benefits if the institution that you were going to basically closes up. So that was some of the movement in the House for veteran type legislation. Now, when I move over here to the Senate's webpage, then what I find is there are 2 bills that got pushed over to the president to get signed, and those 2 got signed fairly quickly. It was just a few days between the being sent to the president's desk and actually being signed, and a press release being sent out. So here is the official press release from the president's desk, and it states November 13th, 2023. Press release, bills signed, H.R. 366 and H.R. 1226. Then it states a couple down arrows, and then it goes on to go, on Monday, November 13th, 2023, the president signed into law H.R. 366, the Korean American Vietnam Allies Long Overdue for Relief Act, or the Korean American Valor Act, which extends eligibility for certain VA health care and benefits to specified members of the armed forces for the Republic of Korea. And thank you to Representatives Takano and Bost, the senators and Senators Braun and Hirono for their leadership. Goes on to state here, H.R. 1226, the Wounded Warrior Access Act, which provides veterans with electronic access to certain information from their personal file. So in other words, making it easier for you to access your documents. So that's good. Thank you to Representatives Aguilar, Takano, and Bost, and Senators Padilla and Braun for their leadership. And then that concludes the press release. So again, those are signed into law, H.R. 366 and H.R. 1226. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.